Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Vijaypur St. Joseph English Medium High School online class of Standard 8th. Today I am going to teach you lesson number 2, second language, English. The name of the lesson is Sir C.V. Raman. Introduction of the writer. Sir C.V. Raman was a great scientist. He was awarded the Nobel Prize for his work on scattering of light and his discovery of the effect of light rays, that is, Raman effect. The government gifted him 25 acres of land to carry out further research work. As we know that C.V. Raman was one of the great Indian scientists and he secured Nobel Prize for his theory Raman effect. As a mark of respect, he was gifted 25 acres of land by the government so that he could carry out his further research work. Raman Institute was the dream child of Sir C.V. Raman. Sir C.V. Raman dreamt that he want to found a Raman Institute. It was his dream. Sir C.V. Raman was born on November 7, 1888 in Trichy. He was the son of Chandrasekhar Iyer and Parvati Amal. His parents were Chandrasekhar father and Parvati Amal mother. Chandrasekhar Iyer was a professor of physics at Hindu College, Visakhapatnam. His father was a professor in the subject of physics at Hindu College, which is there in Vizag, that is Visakhapatnam. Raman studied there at the Hindu College High School. As the same college had high school, Raman studied there, that is in the Hindu College. He was very much interested in science from his boyhood days. From his childhood, as a boy, he was very much interested in science field and science subject. Even as a boy, he had made the model of a dynamo. So when he was a boy, he had prepared a model of dynamo. During his school days, he borrowed science books from college students and read them. He was so much interested in science subject that in his school days, he used to borrow science books from college students and used to read them. Thus, from his early days, he showed great interest in science. By seeing this, we could understand that from his early days, he was very much interested in science subject. Unfortunately, he used to fall sick. He used to fall sick every now and then. Now and then is a phrase here. Now and then means repeatedly, again and again, he used to fall sick. And he was not able to attend school regularly. Due to his sickness, he was unable to attend the school regularly. See here children, you could see the photograph of Sir C.V. Raman. As in the paragraph, we come across about the scattering of light. In the picture, you could see it as this is a glass prism, and when the sunlight passes from it, it changes into different colors. New words. The new words which are used in this lesson are give up, which means leave, stop or surrender. Secure means obtain, Put up with means bear or tolerate. Fish out of water. A person who feels uncomfortable or awkward because he or she feels she or he does not belong to the company is in. Sight, seen, banner, a long piece of cloth with a message on it that is carried between two poles or hung in public places. Put on, wear. Curiously, eagerness. Voyage, journey by sea. Matriculation means equivalent to today's first year PUC, that is pre-university course, as matriculation means 10th or SSLC we can say. So, listen here children, the words whichever are new words here, try to use those words in your own sentences so that you can enrich your vocabulary. Let me start the explanation of the lesson. Sir C.V. Raman was born on November 7, 1888 in Trichy. Trichy is here name of a place, and the date of his birth was 7th November. The year was 1888. He was the son of Chandrasekhar Iyer and Parvati Amal. The Chandrasekhar Iyer is the name of his father and Parvati Amal is the name of his mother. Chandrasekhar Iyer was a professor of physics at Hindu College, Visakhapatnam. His father, that is Chandrasekhar Iyer, he worked as a professor in the field of physics at Hindu College, which is located in Visakhapatnam. Raman studied there at the Hindu College High School. The Hindu College is also attached with high school. In that same high school, Raman studied. He was very much interested in science from his boyhood days. When he was a boy, from that time onwards, he was very much interested in science subject. Even as a boy, he made the model of a dynamo. When he was a boy, by the time he made the model of a dynamo. During his school days, he borrowed science books from college students and read them. Thus, from his early days, he showed great interest in science. Unfortunately, he used to fall sick every now and then and he was not able to attend school regularly. In spite of his poor health, he got first class in his matriculation examination. As we read in the previous paragraph that he had a health issue. Due to his illness, he was very irregular in his school attendance. Even he was so sick, in spite of his poor health, then also he passed his SSLC examination with first class. When he was only a boy of 12, he passed the intermediate examination from Hindu College. So when he was a just 12 years boy, by the time he completed his intermediate examination from Hindu College and later he joined Presidency College, Madras for his BA. So after completion of his SSLC, then PUC, he completed his graduation. BA means Bachelor of Arts. His relatives wanted him to give up science and take history and economics as his special subject for BA. His relatives, they wanted that he should stop learning science subject and he should take arts, that is the subject history and economics in BA. Since Raman had made up his mind to study science, he took physics. But on the other hand, Raman was very much interested to study science. So he decided his mind to study science and took physics as his specialization. He passed his BA securing the first rank. So as he had joined BA, there he passed with first class and a number of prizes. He received number of prizes also. He passed his MA in physics in January 1907. So in the year 1907, he completed his master's degree by obtaining physics as main subject. After his MA, Raman wanted to go to the United Kingdom for higher studies in science. So after completion of his post-graduation degree, that is MA, he wished to join United Kingdom for higher studies in the field of science. But his health broke down again. But he became unhealthy again. He became sick again. And he could not go. So he could not go abroad, that is to United Kingdom. This was the greatest disappointment in his life, as he had a chance to go to United Kingdom, but due to his illness he could not go there, and that was the greatest disappointment in his life. His relatives asked him to give up his study of science and take a competitive examination in Calcutta. His relatives, they advised him to discontinue the study of science and to join competitive examination from Calcutta in history and economics. They wanted him to opt these two arts subjects, that is history and economics. Raman did so, as they forced him to study these two subjects, so he did and get along well with his new subjects, as these were the two new subjects for him. As he was a science student, so he hadn't studied history and economics, and those subjects were new for him. Then also he prepared well with these new subjects. He got the first place in the competitive examinations, as he worked hard and got the first place, first class in competitive examination, and was appointed Deputy Accountant General in 1907 at Calcutta. Then, after his completion of competitive examination, he was appointed as Deputy Accountant General in the year 1907 in the place of Calcutta. His relatives perhaps felt happy to see that Raman had settled down well in life. His relatives were very happy because even after leaving the science field, he adjusted himself with the arts subject and he completed his degree and cleared his competitive examination, and he had settled down well in his life. But Raman was not happy. Because he wanted to study science subject. How could a scientist like Raman put up with the life of a deputy accountant general? Why was he unhappy? Because by birth he was interested in science subject and he did not adjust himself to work as deputy accountant general. He felt like a fish out of water in his new post. So it was a new post, a new field for him, and he felt himself very uncomfortable, very awkward. Fish out of water means a person who feels uncomfortable or awkward because he doesn't belong to the particular place or particular field. But he still had hopes of becoming scientist and was waiting for an opportunity. He did not lose hope, but he had a hope that one or the other day he could become a scientist, and he was waiting for an opportunity. Opportunity means for the chance. Even as Deputy Accountant General, Raman mixed with scientists and took interest in science. So, as he started working as a Deputy Accountant General, but he did not give up his hope. He used to mingle with the scientists and took great interest in science subject. One day, while returning from his office, he saw a banner outside a building on which was printed the Indian Association of Scientists. So, one day, when he was returning from his office, there he saw a banner. So, what is a banner here? Banner is a long piece of cloth with a message on it. Number of banners, you might have seen it, isn't it? And that banner had the words the Indian Association of Scientists. The banner belongs to the scientific field, that is the Indian Association of Scientists. At the sight of that banner, Raman got off the moving train and went to meet the scientists who had gathered in that building. As soon as Raman saw the banner, he got down. He got down from the train. As he was traveling in a train, he got down from the train and went to meet the scientists who had gathered in that building, that is the Indian Association of Scientists. So whoever scientists were there, he went there to meet them. Sometime later, when he was in Rangoon, for a short time he was in Rangoon. Rangoon is the name of a place. He learned that an institution had bought a piece of modern scientific apparatus. So there he learned that one of the institution had bought some scientific things, apparatus things. He hurriedly put on his clothes and went to have a look at it. So immediately, hurriedly, urgently, he put on. Put on is a phrase again. Put on means wear. He wore his clothes and went to have a look at it. He went there because he wanted to see those scientific apparatus. Such was the interest he had in science. So this shows that he was very much interested in science. As in the previous paragraph also, we read that he was interested in science subject because as soon as he saw the banner, immediately he rushed there. The second incident is as soon as he heard about the place where scientific apparatus are there, immediately he went there. In 1911, Raman was appointed Special Accountant General for Posts and Telegraphs in Calcutta. So in the year 1911, he was appointed Special Accountant General for Posts and Telegraphs in Calcutta. But when he was offered the post of a professor at Calcutta University, he jumped at that offer and accepted the post gladly. At the same time, he got these two opportunities, that is, working as a Special Accountant General in Post and Telegraph Department, another one working as a professor at Calcutta University. The first one, he rejected it, and the second one, immediately he accepted it very happily. After working at Calcutta University for 15 years, he worked in Calcutta University. He became the director of the Indian Institute of Science in Bangalore. Then, after working 15 years, as he got 15 years of experience, later he was made the director of the Indian Institute of Science located in Bangalore. The Raman Research Institute was started in 1948. Raman resigned his post at the Indian Institute of Science and became the director of Research Institute. After that, he got an opportunity to work in Research Institute. So, he resigned for the job of a professor, for the job of the director of the Indian Institute of Science in Bangalore. Here he conducted his research in physics until his death. Why did he go there? Because he thought that he could carry out number of research work there, and he was there up to his death. Here he conducted his research, which is there in the field of physics, and we lost this great person there. Raman was a great scientist. Throughout his life, he was intensely attached to science. We can say that he was a great scientist. Throughout his whole life, deeply he was attached to science subject. For the sake of science, he gave up the highly paid post of the Special Accountant General and accepted a professorship at Calcutta University. One example of his deep interest in science is that he was appointed as Accountant General and he was paid much there, but he did not look up for the salary and accepted a professorship at Calcutta. He would forget all about food and rest while he was at work. Whenever he was working, he forgot all about his food. He forgot about his food and he forgot to take the rest. And his wife had often to tell him that his breakfast or coffee was getting cold. Repeatedly, he was reminded by his wife that whatever food she had prepared it, either the breakfast or tea or coffee, it was getting cold. Like all great scientists, Raman had a lot of curiosity. All great scientists, how they have the curiosity, even the same curiosity, we could find it in Raman. Earlier in his life, while on a voyage to Europe, he saw the wonderful blue of the Mediterranean Sea. So as he travelled to Europe, there he saw the beautiful blue Mediterranean Sea. This led to his work on the laws of light scattering in liquids. So whatever he had seen it, it helped him to think on the topic, that is, the law of light scattering in liquids, and it ended in his discovery of the Raman effect. And at last, he was successful in giving the theory, the discovery of Raman effect. He was awarded the Nobel Prize for this in the year 1930, and for this discovery he was awarded the Nobel Prize in the year 1930. Raman was a kind man. He was a very sympathetic person. He helped people when they were in difficulty. Whenever he saw any person in difficulty, immediately he used to help them. When he was working as the Deputy Accountant General, a villager went to him with some badly burnt 100-rupee notes. So one such incident of his kindness is that once a villager went to Raman by taking the burnt 100-rupee note. Any other person perhaps would have turned the villager away. If any other person would have been in place of Raman, then surely he would have sent back the villager from there. But Raman took pity on the villager, examined the notes himself, and allowed the villager to exchange the burned notes for new ones. But Raman felt pity on him, and he tested that note and exchanged that burnt note with a new one. Once at the Raman Research Institute, a candidate was not given admission as he did not do well in his test. Another incident of his kindness is that one of the students was not given admission in Raman Research Institution because he had not done well in the given test. When his travelling allowance was paid, the candidate found that he had received more. So when the candidate was not selected, the authority returned his travelling allowance. Allowance means here the money. Then the candidate was so truthful that he had received more amount, and he returned that amount to the office to pay back the excess amount. Means whatever excess amount he had received it by mistake, so that candidate repaid it. When Raman came to know of this, he liked the candidate's honesty and admitted him to the institute. So when Raman saw that the candidate had returned the amount, he felt very happy and thought that the candidate is very honest, and because of his honesty, he gave chance to take admission in that institute. The candidate was not able to make out why he was admitted. The candidate, first he was rejected to get admission in that institute. Later, when he was given admission, he could not understand that on which base he was admitted there. When he had not done well in his test, he thought that as he had not done well in his test, it seems Raman told the candidate, "I have admitted you to the institute because of your character." Then Raman told him that he was given an admission because of his character, as he was honest. "You are not very good at physics, but I can teach you." Then he says, "Maybe you are not good in the subject. Later, I will teach you. I means here Sir C.V. Raman. He said that he will teach. During his lifetime, Raman received a number of honors and medals. So in his lifetime, he received number of honors, awards, medals, etc. In 1929, he was knighted by King George V and became Sir C.V. Raman. So in the year 1929, he was given the respect as Sir by King George V. Sir is added with his name. A number of universities honored him with doctorates. The number of universities also honored him with doctorates, as he had written number of theses. He was a member of many international scientific organizations. He was also made as one of the member of the international scientific organizations. In 1954, the government of India awarded him Bharat Ratna. So in 1954, he was awarded as a Bharat Ratna. In 1957, the Soviet Union honored him by awarding the International Lenin Prize. Then by Russia, in Soviet Union means USSR, that is Russia. Russian government also honored him with Lenin Prize. Raman died on November 21st, 1970 at the age of 82. So he passed away on November 21 in the year 1970 when he was 82 years old. In his death, India lost one of her great sons and the world a great scientist. We can say that it is a great loss to India as well as to the world. Thank you.